Cryptocurrency has a lot of secrets. They're open secrets and not everybody will tell you them. For example, the biggest one is that every single coin you know can be taken to zero by a few people. In most cases, just one person. It's the truth. Decentralization is mostly just a meme. Now, it doesn't mean we throw decentralization out as an idea, but it's something we work towards. Decentralization is a scale. But at the end of the day, it really means let's remove trust from the system completely. There's a problem with that. We live in the real world. In the real world, there's always trust at some point. Now, the beautiful part with crypto and the gift that Satoshi gave us is that when it comes to trust, we now have the tool of the blockchain to at least guide our principles forward. But it doesn't mean the job is done yet. And so if you dive into cryptocurrencies, you get some poop coins, you get some gems, you get something in between, maybe you enjoy some cold orange juice with 3 ice cubes, you're going to discover that there is something beneath the surface. It is an inconvenient truth, if you will. Like I said, a few people can click sell and send everything to zero. Do they do it? Most of the time, no. Because these people usually, now, not financial advice, but usually these people are rich enough and smart enough, and they're pioneers in crypto, and they're pioneers just in the world. They like this new world. It's not stale to them. So they are here to hold on and see how far the industry grows. Put another way, every single coin has an origin address that controls most of the coins. Ethereum, Matic, BNB, Solana, you name it. The origin address, OA for short, is the address that was named in the HEX original contract by the founder, Richard Ha. And it was more of a benevolent dictator. That was the idea to put it there. Now, it became controversial because no one had ever seen anything like this. Or have they? You see, there's an origin address everywhere. It's just that nobody had been told the truth before. Now, here's the thing, friends. Honestly, you can look at it both ways. I think they're both right. Let's meet in the middle. So some people will say the whole industry is lying and Richard told the truth. That's one perspective. The other perspective is the industry was early and Richard's very visionary and he's a good communicator and he's very good at logic and putting the pieces of the puzzle together. So he was able to grab the communication, the logic, his origin address, and then put it into a HEX contract, and now everybody can view it. I like mixing the both. I think they're both correct. I think even if everyone in crypto, let's say they weren't lying, most of them aren't, it's just that they were really early, this concept of that. Because you see, when Richard Ha first did HEX, and he's making it in 2019, and it finally got launched, we didn't have Uniswap popular. So no one knew what a liquidity pool was. No one knew how markets work. No one knew that, no one. Of course, people knew, but only like top 1%. You can't read about this. No one was making videos telling you that, hey, in every market, including the stock market, a few people can send it all to zero, right? They can just literally just dump everything. They can just smash it down if they don't do it orderly. They can do that, send you to zero, right? They can liquidate everyone. Oh, the top 10 people can do that because there's not enough liquidity in the market. Because at the end of the day, we learn this from the from Uniswap pools and all the videos I share with you. Like, subscribe, belly button, all friends. Okay, that's why I'm working my Pikachu hat. You're my companion. We're companions together, right? I showed you that even though a coin's market cap might be $1 million, right? The liquidity available on average is only about 1% of that, $10,000, which means the door to exit is only $10,000. So same thing with Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin has $1 trillion of market cap, which is around 50K mark, $1 trillion can't exit. The door is only big enough for about 1%. Okay, so that's a big number difference, right? So instead of, if there's $1 trillion, what's 1%? It's only 10 billion. Isn't that crazy? You think, no, wait, it's not true. Yeah, it is true. Yeah, it is true, friends. On the bids for Bitcoin right now, do you want to know how much it is right now? The bid, it's $440 million. That's every exchange. You think that's weird? Bitcoin's almost $1 trillion market cap, but there's only 440 million. This can't be right. Yeah, it's right. That's right. No one leaves their floating bids everywhere because it's a market. It's all that perception of mind. Not everyone has to do activity every day. That's why it's a market. People come in and out, different time frames, etc. So the truth is, though, anyone can send it to zero. You think, wait a minute, how much is $440 million, right? $440 million, friends, is 10,000 Bitcoin. Okay, excuse me. Surely that's not true. Yeah, it's true. Yes, it's true, friends. 10,000 Bitcoin can send to zero. I know if someone really wants it, that's right. Now, here's the thing. They would probably send it to zero on one exchange, and then market makers will step in because they will think that one is an anomaly. Okay, let's up the ante, though. Let's go 10,000. Let's make it 100,000. You think, oh, wait a minute. 100,000, that's 10 times. You think people are going to sit there absorbing if someone just starts clicking? No. People think, oh, that person knows something. He's rushing for the exit and he's enormous. You can up the ante again in Bitcoin. What about 1 million Bitcoin? Satoshi has 1 million Bitcoin. Satoshi can send it to zero. You might say, oh, well, I think Satoshi's dead. All right. Is Coinbase dead? No, they're not. Coinbase have 1.1 million Bitcoin. That's right. Brian Armstrong can wake up one day, rub his head, and say, you know what? I'm feeling a bit deflated. I just want to click market sell everywhere. Let's go. And that's it. Sell everyone's Bitcoin. He can do that. Now, you might say the odds of him doing that is very, very low. It doesn't matter. He can do that. One dude. Literally one dude. Now, I'm sure the Coinbase have systems, but you get the point. Okay, you don't know that. You got to do the research. You don't know the research. So theoretically, Coinbase can literally send everything to zero. Also, Roca Negra are in with Coinbase now. Okay, so it's not meant to FUD you or anything, but just to tell you, oh my gosh, even Bitcoin can be sent to zero in 2 seconds. Yes. Now, if it can happen with Bitcoin, you better believe your fluffy slippers that it can happen in Ethereum, Matic, HEX, PulseChain, Doge, every coin, Chainlink, every XRP, don't even, just name it. Doesn't matter. You name it, it can be dunked. Okay, and look, you might say, oh, my coin doesn't have one person. Yeah, it doesn't matter. 10 people. It's the same thing. Okay. It's the same thing. It's a very, very small concentration of people. That's why I have this peppy picture looking down here on you. This is the truth. Let's continue, though. Every single chain can be taken to zero by 10 dudes, basically. It's just that the origin address in Richard Heart coins is transparent. And Richard Heart is good at communication and other jobs too. So our brains think it's just one guy. Trust me, you think I didn't think HEX was a scam and stuff? Of course I did. Dude with a top hat, it's a Ponzi, it's paying itself out. There's all my words coming out. And then I realized it takes you, I know friends, it takes you a long time. That's why you learn there's a journey of your knowledge and discovery. You know that like the volatility at the start of everything is insane because there's so much uncertainty. And then slowly over time, it dissipates. Slowly in crypto, slowly dissipates. I was hoping it'd be faster, right? But the volatility is still insane. It's just that, yes, you learn more every time. You go, wait a minute, you know, he ain't gonna do that, or he ain't gonna send it to zero, or every coin is like this. But this is our competitive edge. There is a gap in the market between this knowledge, between people who aren't in and who are in. People who are in, right? Not financial advice. We know, oh my gosh, this is just like every other coin. It's just that Richard Heart, for example, he's good at many jobs. He's good at marketing, logos. He can do the artwork. He's good at speaking. He's good at debating. He can do all these. He can be funny, entertaining. He can be a good leader. He can do all these things, right? He's one of those like, you know, polymath, poly inventor, poly dudes, right? Poly. And same as Elon Musk, right? So that's the thing. Our brains think, oh, it's one dude. But there's an origin address everywhere. They can all send it to zero. And I'm not picking on Matic, but Polygon Matic have 13 Indian dudes. That's right. 13 Indian dudes control 83% of the coins. And I just told you there's only 1% on the bids of any coin's market cap. 1%. Wild, right? Wild. You know, it's efficient for the market to say 1% because why would you leave, say if a coin, right? This is every coin, every asset. Why would you, say if you add up all the coin's bids, it's about 1%. Think about it like this. Why would you leave more than 1% of the coin's total market cap? Why would you want to accumulate that much instantly and leave it as a sitting duck in the market? No one would. That's why no one places their bids to an extreme amount over that amount. Nobody. It makes no sense to. Why would you leave a permanent bid for someone to come hit you? Like, for example, why would you leave 10% of a coin's market cap in liquidity right there? That's huge. You're basically saying, hey, everybody, you know, I've got a burning house, right? Here, come escape out of the hatch. Not many people can fit, but I'll make the hatch bigger and I'll risk my life. Why risk your life? So if you're leaving all the bids, you're risking your life there because you're leaving another currency, another ratio, USD in the market, in the bids for someone else to come click exit. It doesn't mean that you think it's risky per se, but you might think it's risky just to leave it there. Okay, so you don't want someone who's thinking of exiting to use your nice bid thick. You want your bid to be gone. So if this person starts exiting, you want them to pay basically zero. That's exactly why Richard Hart leaves the liquidity, and that's why HEX, PulseChain, PulseX have thin liquidity. It's because when people want to exit, they got to chop their own legs off to exit. And then the people who want to buy get to buy something super cheap. The volatility is great, but then you get to see how vicious it is in the cycles. So, you know, that's the truth, friends. You know, you're just riding around and your cute little like critter here running around. That's the game. That's the game. It's just a game. Everyone's a game. Everyone's got different tribes. Like that's why I've had this little Peppy here just running around. You know, he got your own little uniform running around. It's like, oh, my team. Everyone's the same team. Everyone's on a team. Yeah, we're on the same crypto team against fiat, but we're all these little tribes and teams and communities. Blue team, red team, purple team, PulseChain, Doge, Matic, Arbitrum, Optimism, doesn't matter. Decentralization is all I mean. That's it. Okay, we're all one city interconnected. Okay, that's why I'm playing for you some nice, beautiful, gentle music, friends. Now, at the end of the day, I want you to just observe something. If there's a coin and you see PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX, and you see this, you see that there's no VCs. There are no hidden unlocks. None of that. Doesn't mean it goes up. It just means, I don't have to worry about those things. That's a bonus. Markets hate uncertainty. They hate it. Hate. That's why you always notice the stock market will rally on bad news. It's because the bad news is finally out. You go, how bad's the damage? How bad's the damage? Okay, it's this number. Sweet. We can live with that. Let's move on. Very smart. That's how everyone invests, right? That's why the mind of the market. So now that you know every single coin can be taken to zero, every single company can be taken to zero, you know, like Elon Musk, Tesla, man. Elon Musk, he can dump all his shares at market. He could say, I want my money literally in the next 24 hours, sell everything to zero, I'm out. He can literally do that, right? That's why you say, hey, what are the probabilities of him doing that? Why would he sell over a day? Why not over a year to get more money? Or why would he leave? Why not he just like make something and then leave? You see, now you're trying to assess the probabilities of that happening. Well, when the market goes down minus 99% in HEX, PulseChain, and PulseX, people are basically saying there is a 100% chance this thing's finished. Okay, that's why you go, oh, well, I wonder if I have a friend out here wearing a Pikachu hat who speaks of deep value, buy the depression, contrarian investing. Couldn't figure it out. At the end of the day, though, right, what do you want? Okay, you want the room to outgrow the center focus, centralization. That's what we want in a coin. So you might say, Richard's too pivotal. I'm spinning my Pikachu hat. Sweet. Then you think, okay, I wonder how big it will be when he's not pivotal. See? Think about this. In Bitcoin today, you are buying the dissipation of Satoshi. You are buying it. Even though he can theoretically come back and just send it all to zero, right? You are already buying it. You're paying a premium, aren't you? You're paying a bit of a very, very, very expensive premium. You're paying the fourth cycle of time in Bitcoin. You're paying 15 years old tech. You're paying something that moves very slow. You're paying something that's already listed everywhere. You're paying something with an ETF. It has all of these things. You're paying something that Elon Musk, the world's most popular man, already bought 1 billion of it just to see how it feels. You see that? That's what you see. You're already paying that. It's a premium. People don't think premium. They think no. This is the launch pad. Like I say, tell you friends, so many times I've told you, please keep your back straight and your fluffy slippers on. I've told you, look, you can love things and you can hate things, but that type of approach, you got to put it aside. In markets, there's no love and hate. There's cheap and expensive. You see, That's what it comes down to. The more people who learn this, the more they'll actually change their lives in markets. Once you start seeing the length, that's why, friends, I do things like ratio trading. I get to tell you, oh, wow, there's a poop coin with another real big poop coin. You might say, oh, PDI is a poop coin and Pulse is a poop coin. But you might say, hey, PDI versus Pulse is like really, really low. So you're literally juggling, pee and poop in your hand. Like, it's all fizzing in your hands. It's funny, we joke about that, friends, but if everything just goes up over time, you get to see the magic. But we're having fun with that, okay? So you get to see, wow, I can do everything in a ratio. Yes. You know, the ratio of Bitcoin to US dollar has gone freaking up for 15 years and everyone else is on board already onto it. That's another way to think about it. So, you know, knowing all these, friends, you're looking at it and you're thinking, okay, how do I go forward here? Because it's a Bitcoin halving year. And all right, we know the fundamentals, we know everything. And you know, I'm going to finish this message by just telling you, get long, get strong, and hold all the way. But it goes a bit more than that. But that's the ultimate conclusion of this, because you can see all these and go, well, I don't like the risk. Sweet. You can not like the risk. Gently, please step to the side. You will keep working your cubicle job for the next 20 years. Because this is the game whales and the wealthiest of society play. This is the game they play. The buy low, sell high game. Okay? And they take multiple years views. And they know that everything keeps growing. And they know money keeps getting printed and they keep storing value in these different things. It just so happens new people coming in are storing it in crypto, and that's why we have an industry to birth itself, okay? Now, it ain't so easy, though, as buying Bitcoin. That's why you listen to me. That's why you like, subscribe, friends. I don't ask for any money from you. I don't ask for any money. If by the goodness of your heart, at the very end, you kill it, you can tip me 1 ETH, but I don't really care about that. I just want your friendship, okay? Just share with your friends and family. Because buying low, selling high is like, you know, the ancient stock market principle, and it really is what it comes down to today. It's not fall in love forever or anything. Now, when I say that, I'm not gonna say to you, oh, sell at this price. No, I'm not about that, because at the end of the day, the statistics always come to one conclusion. On a long enough time frame, people who click sell end up regretting it. That's it. If you have something, you've done your research and you're kind of on the right path. Okay? You can't just use this principle for everything, but on average. So another beautiful way to put it is, you always hear this saying in stock markets, you know, they say the dumbest bull is still richer than the smartest bear. Okay? So you can be a smart bull, which is like, obviously you kill it, like maybe GCR, getting leverage, maybe it could be us, friends. We could be the smart bulls, by the way. We're in 2 years, people look at us and go, wow, they bought super deep, contrarian, unvalued things. Yeah, we might be the smart bulls, but let's say we're the dumb bulls. Never assuming the smartest person in the room. I always assume I'm the dumbest person in the room, okay? So I am, peanut brain. If you're a dumb bull, on average, you're still going to destroy the smartest bear. Because the way the cycles go, the economic business cycle and how everything moves, the timing required to be a very smart bear is so short over the grand scheme of things that statistically, the number of people who do it is almost like winning a lottery ticket. It really is. Now, of course, there's skill. Yes, you can look for lower highs and the trend reverses here and there. There is, but yeah, for the most part, it is. Think about this. That's if you're the smartest bear, by the way. Okay. What if you're a mid-IQ bear? You're finished. What if worse? What if you're a dumb bear? What if you're literally someone who just sells minus 99% and ignores 140 plus content creators and 68 streamers, and the fact that Cardano had 13,000 daily active users in 2020, and now PulseChain has 13,000 daily active users in 2024, and PulseChain has smart contracts, real DeFi, and all these other rails going on, and it's linked with Ethereum, not fighting against Ethereum. So imagine just a dumb bear ignored all those. Think how bad off you're going to be. Even the smartest bear can't kill it, friends. Right? I started off as a bear because all I saw was the GFC. I started trading in 2011, and trust me, 90% of my trades were shorts. short, everything's short, sell everything, everything's a scam. Yeah, it took me a long time to finally realize, no. You got to invert it, okay? You got to invert it. So bears have glory for a short amount of time. It's very fast, very amazing, but then they suffer for a long time. Bulls, on the other hand, invert it. Bulls, you go through this year, you want to kill yourself, but then everything else just staircases up. Now, you don't feel like a victory like lap. You don't give yourself a trophy, but that's life, okay? And over the long run, guess who's around? The smart bulls and the dumb bulls, they're around. Okay, they ain't temporary. But you got to make sure you don't use leverage. You use leverage, now you start to, go into the murky waters. So there you go, friends. The truth is, right, everything's got an origin address. Everything can be sent to zero. Do I care that no one knows this? No, I don't care. Kind of. It's our information gap. I'm not here to tell everyone, oh, College G, please, you got to learn for yourself. Yeah, I'm literally the only idiot, the peanut brain, telling people this. I don't care. I literally don't care. I'm here to win. I know there's an enormous gap, and I know the rate at which people are learning this is so slow. The next cycle is in the bag, which is the one coming up right now. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or I am your companion, your friend Simon. Catch you soon.